What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Onney, the CEO, and I'm back with another week, another fire segment. And tonight's guest, man, he is moving the nation. If you heard his name, then you already know how he's laying it down. So I need you guys to buckle up your seatbelts because you're now plugged in, tuned in, and tapped in to Outside the Box. Now tonight's guest, his name is Aliko Yusuf Shakur, but the world knows him as a smart guy. He has been an internet sensation and dropped gems on every podcast, every TV show or radio show he's been on. So without further ado, I want you guys to give it up for Smart.
Hey, how you feel?
I'm feeling lovely. Thank you so much for just coming on the show, for taking the time. Now, where are you located?
Oh, in New York City.
Okay, you all the way from New York, H-Town of New York. Shout out to New York. Now, I know who you are because I definitely did my homework and scrubbed the internet about you. But can you tell our viewers and our listeners, because we're on all platforms, who you are and what you do?
They know who I am. They know who I am. Yeah, they know who I am.
I know.
That's it. They know who I ain't gonna front. They know who I am. Don't go back this. Don't go back there. If they know who I am.
Yes.
I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and if you don't know, Google them. Now, I'm gonna move on to my next question to you. Now, how long have you been into activism and using your platform to speak about the elephants in the room?
No, I mean, I think I would say, I don't know. I mean, I feel like my whole life I've been just committed to, speaking about things that's truthful, right? Like, and not, and not conforming, right? So the goal is to build external platforms, right? Hold on a second. Yo, what you doing? If there's nobody, just sit right there, bro. You not do too much. Come on, we going. The goal is to build external platforms, not just internal platforms. So having a YouTube channel is not a platform because I don't own YouTube, right? Having an Instagram is not my platform. Social media is not my platform because I don't own these companies. I don't own their servers. My platform is my body, my spirit, my soul, my mindset, my heart, right? My God-given talents and capabilities, right? So, I mean, I would say since I took my first breath, that's how I've been using my platform, which is myself, me, right? Mm-hmm. And now, because I'm more aware of the potential I have to apply, myself to the world, now I can start to get external platforms to where I need to figure out how to build my own social media, my own, YouTube and even platforms like this. Someone built this technology that we're using right now. We need to figure out how to build it ourselves. So that's what I'm in the process of doing now, trying to figure out just, technology and having a better understanding of it.
Well, that's dope. Also, from my research, I see that you are a boxer. Quote me if I'm wrong. Now, how long have you been into boxing?
Oh man, I mean, I've been a fighter. Yeah. I don't know, a couple years, but I've always, since a kid, since my earliest, memory, I can remember me fighting, right? Mm-hmm. And me being a fighter, right? And I'm fighting in the group homes, I'm fighting in the system. So, and then as I got older, I just wanted to get better at fighting and defending myself. Mm-hmm. So I started, going to boxing gyms, and learning how to actually, kick ass and fuck people up the right way.
Right. You actually turned those lemons into lemonade and made it a whole business because you are the business.
A
So,
million percent.
how was your journey in that and being able to cultivate something that maybe heartache, whatever, that led you into whooping ass to now taking it to the ring and doing it the legit way?
Well. Again, it's just not letting nobody's no nobody sets my goals. So if you don't set my goals, how can I allow you to kill my goals? How can I allow you to block my goals? Right? You don't
Right.
set my goals. You don't create my dream. So if you didn't create my dream, how can I let you kill my dream? You didn't give birth to it. Who the fuck is you? You ever heard that saying? I put you. I brung you into this world. I'll take you out of it.
Yeah, I don't believe in that.
But listen what I'm saying. None of you motherfuckers are the mothers or fathers of my dream. You didn't bring my dream into this world. So how would you think I'm gonna uh, let you take my dream? So I don't let anybody stop me from doing what I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't let anybody you know influence the confidence that I need to have in order to make my dream a reality or to have results based upon the goals that I set. And I'm able to do that because of my my mindset. And this is what I believe, right? Like how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So you can attract the resources, you can attract the relationships, you can attract the partnerships, you can attract the opportunities to you that you can take advantage of. And that's just what I do. I live that. I believe that. Um, yeah.
I really wish you was behind the scenes before we started this show because that was literally the conversation and a prayer that I had with my whole team prior to you joining this call. Like literally verbatim, I literally just said that. So, like minds, great minds think alike. That is amazing. Now, outside of you doing so many things, first of all, you're on the show because the name of the show is called Outside the Box with Onney. And I like to have people that think outside the box. And you're an activist, you are a lyricist, you are a boxer, you are a walking brand that you have literally manifested and created yourself, which is so super dope. Now, as far
Right.
as your lyrical content, your music, when did that journey start and what inspired that?
See, okay, so let me backtrack, right?
Mm-hmm.
No matter what happens, it's only a byproduct. It's only a byproduct of what you think. Remember, how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's 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 obstacles that test the belief that you have in yourself. So whatever's going on behind the scenes with your team, etc., etc., this is what my brand is about: helping Black people identify the opportunities that they have based upon the gifts that God has given them. Now, you do TV, right? You're gonna be, you got to be on TV, television, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we're thinking outside the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, we need to have, TV. You need to have a live audience, right? You're gonna start, you talk to your team about taking to the next level, making sure that if you have to, um, get a space that you own and control, invest in some cameras, and then maybe learn how to edit videos, right? And say, well, this is my team. Okay, well, how do we scale? How do we monetize what we do? Well, we have to get ad revenue, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we have to generate ad revenue. So if we don't generate ad revenue, we're not going to make the money that we have the opportunity to make,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And then we have to be consistent and diligent in terms of creating the content no matter what. And then don't start off with too much good production, because if I don't control and own the production, then it may be some inconsistencies in the quality of my uh, production along the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure that we might do another episode from the house. You can get a chair from IKEA, like that for $70. That screen that got your logo on the back of it, we can get a Samsung TV for another $100. That's under $200, and we could get a tripod for $30. That's $230, and we could get a brand new iPhone, another $400. So now what's that? 230. Now that's $630, and that's my platform right there. And I'm filming from the crib. And I'm gonna do every episode just like this, because I'm gonna get people that have big platforms like myself, and I'm gonna get these guests to come on, and I'm gonna grow it from where I'm at.
Right.
So it's very important. So it's very important to not let anything affect you, disrupt you, or stop you from reaching your full potential. Right?
Right.
And sometimes that's hard to do if we don't have constant positive reinforcement. So when you talk about me being an activist, right? Well, my activism, covers cognitive behavioral therapy. My activism covers mentalism. My activism covers creating confidence for our people, for Black people. And you do that by understanding how you think. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. And then you have to have faith. You have to have a relationship with God that supersedes any relationship that you have with man. Meaning, I'm not placing a higher expectation on man than I place on God. Meaning, whatever limitations or battles I have with man, there's nothing that God cannot supersede and will not overcome. And then I have to understand how to pray. Prayer, you don't pray with your mouth, you pray with your actions. And the actions you take, that's your prayer. And the results you receive based upon the actions you take, that is the answer to your prayer. But God is not going to answer your prayer if you don't have the right intention, if you don't have the right heart about what you're doing. And one of the best ways to have a good intention that is pleasing to God is adding value. So how does you becoming successful add value to other people? How does you becoming successful bring people closer to God? And if you becoming successful brings people closer to God, if the value you add helps people not only just today but tomorrow, then God is going to answer your prayers in the form of results that you receive based upon the actions you take. And that is God's provision, right? Then the next thing is understanding how to develop good habits. This is all team talk, right? Like we gotta understand that right now is our time to build our power structure. Now is the time for Black supremacy. We've been dealing with white supremacy for over 400 motherfucking years. So now it's time, right? Now it's time for Black supremacy. Now it's time for us to be in superior positions and create a societal acceptance of our superiority. Right now, we on the old program of a societal acceptance of white superiority. When white people are not superior, they're actually inferior. They're genetically inferior, and they overcompensate for the numerical inadequacy because they're not the majority, they're the actual minority. We're the majority. There's more of us on this motherfucking planet than them. And they're trying to protect against white genetic annihilation. So we have to protect Black genetic application. So now we have to use who we are and apply that to this world so we can acquire everything God gave us the ability to do. Okay? And your voice is powerful. Your energy is good. Your platform is powerful. So now you know that. So now you have a opportunity, a responsibility, because you got the capability to be the next face, the next powerhouse in media. Right. Oprah ain't got a motherfucking thing on you.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Right? I love it. And the way you spoke, the things that you said, it's weird to me. It's and I'm not gonna say use the word weird. I'm gonna say it's surreal, because we literally think alike. Like a lot of people, they see me on this TV show, whatever. I'm a painter. I'm a spoken word artist. I'm a casting director for 3 film companies. I have a sea moss and juice company with Health is Wealth. I have so many other things going on other than this talk show. I own this studio production. where other podcasters and other like-minded people can come and create content. So I'm definitely on the same wavelength.
Now that you saying you own this studio, well, you need to create a fucking team that can develop ad sales and generate ad revenue for the studio that you own.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
Right. And then when you talk about we talk about TV, are you on public access TV right now in
No,
Texas?
I'm on like Third Coast TV. I've been on A-Star TV, and then of course I'm on all the other platforms that stream as well.
Okay, so I would start with first, like, okay, public. Think about public television, right? I would think about public television, and then how do we get not only just on public television, how do we get on daytime TV, right? Like how do we get it to where we're on television, right? And then what is the technology that allows TV shows to actually be seen, right, by the masses, right?
Right.
So I don't know if it's a satellite, I don't know, whatever that is. We got to figure out the technology that is associated with being on TV, and then your ad revenue gets allocated into purchasing the technology and the tools that you need to be completely self-contained. Okay, you have to now go into this with Black supremacy. We've been dealing with white supremacy. Now we have to deal with Black supremacy. Okay, because we are the supreme beings. God created us first. So now we can't let other people who are inferior now have world domination because we're too unaware or don't have the courage to apply ourselves and move towards real authentic ownership. Okay, so that's important too, right? About, like, you know, setting goal lines. I mean, setting goals and deadlines. And then the next thing is your living expenses times 4 times 12 times 100, right? Or in your case for your business, your rent times 4 times 12 times 100. So in case of your business, your overhead times 4 times 12 times 100. That's the financial goal you set for your ad revenue. So your ad revenue needs to meet that number. You feel me?
Yes. You dropping gems.
Like,
Listen, you teaching me on my own show. I love it.
Right. So listen. Okay. So listen. So for a place like that, right? You in Texas? You know, rent is not as bad as New York. So what would you say? Give me a ballpark number of what your overhead would look like.
My overhead is like $2,500 a month.
Okay. Now look, what's 2,500 times 4 times 12 times 100? Let's do that right now, in real time. Have somebody on your team do that. I can't see you, motherfucker. I heard somebody's voices.
That's 10,000. 2,500 times 4 times what? So 10,000 times 12 is 120,000. Wait.
Times 100.
So you said overhead.
Your overhead times 4.
250,000.
Times 12. So your overhead times 4. So 2,500 times 4, which is 10,000. What's 10,000 times 12?
120,000.
What's 120,000 times 100?
250,000.
No, 120,000 times 100. Yeah, that's in the millions. That's $12 million.
Okay, now what's 12 million divided by 7?
Do that.
Let's see. 1,714,000.
1,714,000.
So you have 7 different streams of income that you use your channel. Your network needs to create 7 different streams of income, and then the 1.7 is the financial goal for each stream of income that you have. And then you need your team. Who's that gentleman right there who was just talking?
We have Mike. We have Jacob.
That guy who was fucking up the numbers. Just let him come in real quick. Bring him on camera real quick. Let me see him. Let me see him real quick, brother. Where you at, man? Let me see.
Which one? Was it you? Come on, Jay.
Come on camera, man.
Jay Phil.
What's going on?
Come on down. Slide over, man. Slide over a little bit. Slide over. I need to see you. I got a blue shirt on. Slide over more. I can see you. Now look. Now, what we're doing is we're breaking down we're breaking down the financial number. We're breaking down the financial number, and then using that breakdown to set as an inspiration for the financial goals for your different streams of income. Okay, so overhead times 4 times 12 times 100. We times it by 4, so now we can have we can protect against inflation, things that miscellaneous thing, anything, whatever. Like we have enough money to operate without worrying about generating money. Okay, so that's why you times it by 4 times 12 times 100. So now we at $12 million. Now you go, shit, making 12 million in 6 months might seem like a lot, but that's why you break it down, right? And we do 7, right? 7 different streams of income. 7 is God's, the God's number, right? So we're gonna bring God into this financial strategy, right? So one of those things is we need to do 1.7 in ad revenue. So now you, my brother, you're gonna be in charge of ad revenue, and your goal within the next 6 months is to make 1.7 million of ad revenue utilizing AI and the AI technology. So now you got literally 20 people working under you through the technology to reach that one financial goal. You understand?
Yeah, I got you.
Now, now what you got to do, my dear sister, is you have to get multiple people on your team like that with a responsibility and a financial goal, and then you make sure that their sole focus is meeting that financial goal that is for the overall scaling of your business. Okay?
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, we just
talking about that.
We were just talking about ad revenue. Yeah.
Right. So what you have to set. Google just did over $100 billion in ad revenue. So what's 12 million in comparison to 100 billion?
It's not.
Okay, so you're disrespecting yourself because you don't fucking value yourself. White man across the street just did $100 billion, and you scratching your head about 12 million. Huh? So that's the game plan. That's the infrastructure. Then you have to have a tenacity. You got to get fed the fuck up. You see? You got to get fed up. You got to get fed up, and you got to say, okay, well, look, this is what we have to do. It's time. White man done had enough fun on this fucking planet Earth. It's time for chocolate people to have a little bit of fun too.
Yeah.
Okay? So yeah, my brother.
Yeah, I love it. Now that you done dropped all these gems on this show, not just for me, but for those that are listening and watching, can you tell us a little bit about your No Labels tour?
So my No Labels tour is the same thing, right? My little artists, listen, the music industry is ran by people who believe in the devil and don't believe in God. The music industry is ran by people who are so-called Jews. These are French motherfuckers, okay? And they don't believe in God. And they're drunk off their power, and they put you through humiliation rituals and hazing to climb that ladder of success that they have, right? And if you're not willing to be disrespected and humiliated, then you won't have success. So a lot of artists that have tremendous talent, I just met a girl today. I'm talking about, man, she sounded like Whitney Houston. She literally, like, I'm talking about, her name is May, right? And hopefully I get a chance to work with her, right? And I just met her today and she sung. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Right? She sounded like, so you mean to tell me this girl who can sing like Whitney Houston right now, her music won't see the light of day if she's not willing to let some 65-year-old bull dyke bitch eat her pussy?
I've been there.
If she's not willing to get on her knees and put some wrinkled white man's pink penis in her mouth and let him fuck her face on demand, so she can't or she has to show her pussy and disrespect and separate herself from her man. Yeah, you know niggas ain't shit. she won't have success. So no, fuck that. That can't be the only option. So No Labels Tour was me creating a platform of seminars where I can educate artists, content creators on how to be successful without selling your soul.
Right.
God runs the show. I don't give a fuck about man. God runs the show. It's nothing that you can build to stop God from depositing these billions in my motherfucking bank account.
That part. That part.
There's nothing you can build that will pop the fucking tires on a car God gave me as I'm riding on the road to motherfucking riches.
Mm-hmm.
We have to understand the power of God and how to tap into that, and how to receive that, and how to be beneficiaries of that. Our children depends on it. This next generation depends on it. It can't be just all death. Every day, every time we turn on the camera, you see people that look like us dying and dying and dying and dying. So we just accept death. Mm-hmm. Fuck out of here. I want to see some Chinese people get shot. Yeah. I want to see some everybody talk about Palestine and fuck Palestine. More kids in the ghetto lose their life than they ever did in Palestine. More black people died under the hands of white people, and I'm not Palestinian, so I don't give a fuck about what they got going on. What you eat don't make me shit. What you drink don't make me pee. And I got more love for my people, and I feel my people's pain more than I've never been to Palestine. They got black people holding up signs talking about Palestine. They got motherfuckers in Texas talking about, yo man, that shit ain't right in Palestine. Meanwhile, you in Texas fucked up. Mm-hmm. Right? So the No Labels Tour is about teaching artists to value yourself. The No Labels Tour is about creating an opportunity for artists without compromise.
Right. Without selling your soul.
Good business. Mm-hmm. I'm on the phone. No, I'm on the phone. No, I'm on the phone. No, I can't. I can't back up. I don't want to back up. No, I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. I'll back up when white people after 400 years back up they foot on my people's necks. I'm not backing up. You can't park. That's not my problem. No disrespect, but please get away from my car, sir. Have a great fucking day. So that's the entitlement that we have to do, because white people feel like they could just come and tell you what I'm not moving my car. Fuck you. I'm gonna move when you motherfuckers move out of my way, and you ain't gonna do it. I gotta move you out your way. So what we have to do is we have to understand, right? Mm-hmm. We have to understand, like this white guy, right? He's in front of me, right? His shitty Benz. He doesn't know how to park his car, right? So he thinks that I'm supposed to move my car. Yo, bro, get the fuck away from my car, bro. Where's my car? 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 Where's my car?
And we live, y'all.
Where's my car? Where's my car? Man, say slave, boy. It's like this how we do this. Say slave, you ain't helping shit. They help the shit, devil. We out of here. We out of here, yo. They help the shit, devil. That's your fault, devil. I don't got no shit. For that. I'm not nothing. I'm smart. I don't have shit. Fucking entitled. You can make a video, you can lie, you can point. Pull a scratch, your car. Make a video, you can point. You're a liar, you're a piece of shit. I'm with nothing, devil. Nothing. Say, I'm not, nigga. It's not slavery. I'm not none of that. Piece of shit. A piece of shit, girl. You a piece of shit. Yo, Jeter, and record him too. Take his place. You piece of shit. Nah. Matter of fact, yeah. You almost hit my car. Yo, make a joint. His place. I said, devil, you a piece of shit. You smoke your weed, you a piece of shit. You a piece of shit. And look, the devil's a liar. He's shit. He's racist. That's why he's recording. We didn't talk about it. No, yo, G. No. Make pictures play. Listen. Hold on, tell me hit the car. Hold on, tell me hit the car, he's trying to leave. Hold on, tell me hit the car, he's trying to leave. Did he hit you? Yo, G, make it, yo. Make a video.
That's crazy. This is different.
Look at it.
This gentleman, white gentleman,
Yo, yo, yo.
In post production, we can cut the dead space out.
Yeah, prime example like that. Who with that? Prime example of that.
Wow, you straight, boss?
I'm always straight, man. What you talking about? That be listen. Let me tell you something. I don't have a problem with turbulence. See, I don't have a problem with turbulence. That just be the devil. I don't subscribe to none of that shit. That shit don't move me. That shit don't affect me. And the problem is we don't realize we have all that energy for ourselves, but sometimes we get shocked when we get that energy to the white folks. I give white people that energy on a drop of a dime. I'm not playing with you. I'm not moving. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. And so we got to understand, to not be bothered by that. That shit don't bother me. But yeah, I'm listening.
Man, oh, you a man's man. First of all, let me just give you your flowers while I have an opportunity to give you your flowers. You are very mentally strong. And that does not come common. I'm just going to say it's not very common. But you have been through a lot of things growing up that has made you mentally strong and have shifted your mindset. Like, when did you have that aha moment to yourself where you just changed that thinking pattern of, you know what, basically you are walking God. You can manifest whatever it is you set your mind to. What happened in your life, or when was the moment where that light clicked on and said, you know what, I am in control of my own destiny?
I think what it was is I think what it was is I don't know. I mean, I've never had I've never had I never was fearless, right? Like I never, like growing up, I think it started up because, my mom's, being abused by my moms and getting beat within an inch of my life. My moms used to beat on me a lot, right? So that thing of fear, at first it was fear, right? When I'm young, right? Then it went from fear to anger. And then went from anger to rage. And then the rage, it became, it kind of like, it created like calluses on me, right? And I just stopped being afraid. And I became comfortable with violence. I became comfortable with confrontation. I'm in the system. I'm in the group home. I'm going through all these different things. I became extremely comfortable with that. Yeah. Okay? I became extremely comfortable with it. And through that comfortability became confrontation. I never ran from confrontation. And even when I was attacked by demons, I used to see demons. I used to see a lot of shit as a kid. I wouldn't be afraid of it. I would just attack. And I would struggle as I got more wiser and I got a better relationship with God. I knew that the devil and demons and spirits or whatever had no control or ownership over me. So I didn't went and allow them to place ownership over me or be forceful with creating ownership over me. And I just wouldn't allow, myself to be uncomfortable with confronting things. Like even the situation just happened now. This white dude is completely wrong. You think because you white, you can just tell me, well, I'm not doing shit. I'm not budging. And matter of fact, fuck you. I'm not gonna be nice about it.
Right.
Okay? And play with me if you want. That'd be the last motherfucker you play with. Okay? Yeah. So I think it just was a combination of having a dysfunctional family, being in the system and being aggressive without intelligence. And then when I became intelligent, I realized that nobody had the power over me but God. So I'm not letting nobody exert power or dominance over me. I only bow when I pray, and I don't pray to man. So that's just what, I pray to God.
I pray to God.
I pray to God. Yeah. I don't. So every time I bow my head, I'm praying or tying my shoes.
That part, what you said. Now, I want to ask you about the mother womb, but before asking you about that, you wrote a poem, "Raised by the Wrong Mother." Can you spit that for us?
Well, not raised by, it's called motherless child.
Motherless child, okay.
So it's sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. No support from my mother. Sometimes I wish I would have came from a different pussy. C-section. Even in birth, she didn't push me. Every other week, you got a new man in the house. You got the nerve to point to him like he the man of the house. And they all want me to call him dad. They all wanted me to call him dad. I grew up confused. I got beat until I was black and blue. And you wonder why I'm in school acting a fool, cutting class, picking fights, couldn't follow the rules. Free lunch won't cut it. I'm still hungry. I need food. Hooked up with Daryl, selling weed now, mama. I'm making moves. Yeah, mama, I'm making moves. You put a pins warrant out, left me in the system. Plus, you ain't called back. They ain't love, what you call that? If you ain't want a son, mama, shit, you should have left me in that ball sack. Two sides to the story, but I ain't having it. Too many demons inside I got to battle with. Fuck whoever trying to play devil's advocate. Y'all don't understand how real this is? I was just a kid. 5, had to look my mama in the eyes, half sleep, half high. And you wonder why I'm outside, smoking weed, pistol in my pocket, throwing up gang sign. You a junkie, mama. How you gonna demand respect? I guess you beat me because I look like the man that left. A spinning image of my daddy, huh? That's why you slapped me? Can nothing please you, you ain't never happy. Straight A's on report cards getting ripped. Christmas, birthdays, I ain't get shit. Every man I see you with call you bitch. This is what I deal with. Yeah. This is what I deal with. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. It feels like God cursed me and my brothers, because all I do is suffer, and the pain came from my mother. A rose won't grow from this concrete. Roots getting pulled out, petals getting stepped on. You came home high, beat me half to death, said that I slept wrong. Bloody tampons, empty bottles of liquor, cracked valves on the same bed I slept on. How the fuck could I sleep wrong? You got me laying on a bed I could barely even sleep on. I mean, so, yeah, something like that.
Woo.
Yo, what they said. Yo, what they said. You gotta tell them, they say ETA? ETA?
No, they said they got some people, they take care, but they don't even.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, that's deep. Now, I'm gonna step outside the box and just ask you a question, you know, from a woman, a black woman to a black man, because so often abuse, molestation, rape, all those things are swept under the carpet. You know, we told that it's taboo, that if we talk about it, and even in the family sector, it's almost like we can't talk about it. But you're very open about the things that you have overcome and survived and was able to change the trajectory of your life based on your own personal beliefs, which shout out to you for that. Now, when you get into navigating in relationships with women, having to go through those things with your mother, how did that affect how you interact?
Overall it doesn't, right? Mm-hmm. But remember, there's black boys, black men, 90% of black men are sexually abused by women. It's just not viewed and looked at as sexual abuse. Mm-hmm. 90, like, this is crazy numbers, like 90% of black men growing up in the hood, growing up in ghetto, your first encounter with a woman is somebody older.
Your babysitter, your cousin, something like that.
Right? Somebody older, right? Mm-hmm. And even to today, when you see women twerking in front of babies, that's sexual abuse. Mm-hmm. It's just created in a way to where society accepts it because the white man put that programming out to destroy black boys so they don't grow and to develop to being healthy men. So if you seen a man in boxers jumping up and down, his dick print flashing through his boxers in front of a little girl, what would you say about that man?
Right. Pervert.
Would you laugh? Would you laugh? Would you think it was funny?
No.
So why when you see a video of a woman with a fake ass with panties on twerking in front of a little black boy, all of 5 years old, everybody laughing?
I don't find it funny at all.
And she that's sexual. I'm just saying, right? So what happens is we don't know how to deal with the abuse because we don't even understand that it is abuse, that we're being abused. Right? So what happens is you have abandonment issues, and then now how it affects you is you're looking for a woman to give you a mother's love. And she can't. She can just give you a woman's love. It's just as powerful, but it's different. Right? A mother that really loves her child will be willing to put her head under a tractor trailer's tire and have you run over her head for her child to live. You think that chick that you dealing with is gonna have that same type of love for you? She's not. So the issue, the problems that you're faced with is your expectation of unconditional love. The unconditional love that a mother has for her child is different from the unconditional love that a woman has for her man. So you have to understand the two and have a proper expectation with that understanding of the two and the two differences of unconditional love that those things entail.
Now I have my different views on that.
So your view is not gonna matter to my view. I'm talking about my experience as a man because I'm a man.
Correct.
Right? And this is what men deal with. So you're not. This is what men deal with. Okay. And how I had to heal is I had to now love myself and stop having expectations from my mother to give me the love that she was never gonna give me, and stop placing that expectation on the women that I dealt with. So when I stopped expecting to get a mother's love from the women that I dealt with or the women I was intimate with, and I accepted that I would not receive a mother's love and love from my mother, then I started to begin my healing process. And the healing process is self-validation, creating confidence, developing high self-esteem. And now when I learned to deal with women and deal with them just as women in terms of I'm getting the woman's love from this woman, not my mother's love, then I begin to have better, healthy working relationships with women.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm blown away. I salute you for your growth and for you being able to break that down. And you know, a lot of people speak so much about unconditional love, but I really believe that, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong that there's no such thing. I feel like all love comes with some type of condition, because I can love you with all my heart and still never talk to you again. You know what I'm saying? I could really love you, but I'm not finna go and if I tell you these are my boundaries, and I love you and I'm gonna support you and I'm gonna respect you, but these are my boundaries. If you break those boundaries, my love is conditional to the point that I'm not going to stick around and let you play in my face just because I love you. So that whole unconditional love portion that I hear people throw that word around so much, I do believe that all love is conditional to an extent.
Well, listen, no. So please don't stereotype me or put no reference. So let's just talk about what I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck what everybody's throwing around. What I say, you gotta have unconditional love, period. And we're talking about women. The sad thing about black women is they don't understand what unconditional love is, because you ain't see unconditional love growing up in your house. So let alone how the fuck you gonna learn? How the fuck you gonna know how to be loving unconditionally when you wasn't loved unconditionally and you didn't see your mother get loved unconditionally by your father? So you already come from a home that you didn't. So and then because you came from that home, you didn't even do the self work to develop the capability of giving unconditional love.
Right.
But you think you're going to give it to a man. You would never downplay unconditional love. Black women have to understand the 3 phases of love. The first phase of love is informative. And first of all, ain't no person going to come into your life that's not a reflection of you. Anybody that comes into your life is a reflection of you. That motherfucker ain't shit because you ain't shit. That motherfucker is aggressive because you aggressive. It's something about you that connects with them, and that's why you guys are crossing paths. So you need to take accountability for your thoughts that you think that bring these people into your life. So if you don't do the personal development, if you don't understand your thought patterns, your negative thought patterns, your positive thought patterns, then you're never going to be in control of the people that actually come into your life that you deal with or do dealings with. Now, first phase of love is informative. That you have to inform that man that he is the head of the household, he is the protector, he is the provider. Where does the man get his ability to provide for himself from? He gets it from God. So now you're going to him and educating him on going to God. Point blank, period. But you don't know how to go to God, let alone inform him on how to go to God. You don't know what provision is. So you are informing that man. You're using your wisdom. Your role as a woman is wisdom and balance. But you haven't developed your wisdom in a way that you can educate, uplift, and bring out that God that's trapped and been blocked inside of that man that you're dealing with. The second phase of love is unconditional love. You ain't got an unconditional fucking bone in your body. You have to love that man. You have to, hold on. Yo. Get that, yo, I need that, you got that video? Yo, no, all right. Nah, I'm gonna get it from him, chill. So, unconditional love, the second phase of love is unconditional. You have to be patient. You have to have empathy. You have to be nurturing. You have to, the black woman is the great healer. How long does it take to build a habit? About 90 days. So are you creating an environment of unconditional love for the information and wisdom that you've given to that man? And are you allowing that man enough time of trial and error to fail and make mistakes and learn and apply the wisdom and inspiration that you gave him? That's how you apply unconditional love. And then the last phase of love is accountability, which is tough love. The problem with black women is y'all lead with the tough love first. Y'all lead with accountability first, but you don't even hold yourself accountable. And then you act like, oh, I was there for him. No, the fuck you wasn't. And your intentions wasn't correct. Your intentions for being there for that man wasn't correct. And your knowledge about even being there for that man wasn't correct. So you're not going to get the best response or the best result because you didn't take the best approach.
That's deep. That's some, yeah. That's deep. Now, once you came into your aha moment, because it was some type of transition that you had to make. How did that start changing the course of your decisions and how you move?
Nah, just like that, like you see me, I'm addressing this shit. Man, you can't pump fake me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch the devil. I'm gonna punch the devil right in his fucking mouth. I'm gonna punch the devil right in his mouth. You can't pump fake me, trick me, I only fear God. I'm not budging from that. So that's just what it was. I'm more
yeah, there we go.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm more unapologetic. I'm more unapologetic, and I know when you start speaking about God, the devil tries to jump into people and send people to deter you from what your mission is. So that's what that was. It's a big ass spot. Guy got it's a spot big enough for a truck. A guy has a sedan. This white dude. He's backing into the spot. Damn near all on the sidewalk. He done fucked up somebody's bicycle, right? Because he can't park. And then he's asking me, can I back up? No, bitch. How about you struggle your way and come out correctly and park. You got enough space. I'm not gonna move to cater you.
Right.
And see, white privilege or white entitlement made him feel like, yo, I gotta move. Nah, I'm not moving. And then now you're gonna try to, because now you can't play the passive aggressive game with me. Now you want to try to videotape my license plate. Nah, hold on. What the fuck is you doing, boy? Now I'm gonna get the fuck away from my car.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna check you.
Yeah.
Right? So that's just what it is. And I'm not letting shit go unchecked. Fuck that. I'm not letting shit go unchecked. That's where I'm at with it now. I'm successful. I'm going to continuously to be successful. I'm going to teach black people how to be successful and how to be unapologetic about their success. and their approach to becoming successful.
I love
And
it.
you ain't gonna not support me and then try to. Who the fuck you not gonna not support me and then when I get successful tell me how I'm supposed to do it. You ain't helped me build this motherfucking house, but you got the nerve to try to knock on my door and tell me what paint I'm gonna use for my motherfucking walls in the house that I built with my bare motherfucking hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get the fuck off my property, man.
I like you, Smart. I like you.
Fuck.
You know, shout out to Devin Jeter for making the connect, for being consistent with reaching out. You know, life had been lifing for the last couple of weeks for me. So I'm so grateful for you just taking the time out and just dropping gems. I mean, we even had a real life moment right here on camera.
That's how I go. You talking about life is life, and no, you gotta listen. You trying to get somewhere, and the devil trying to distract you. The devil tries to distract you.
Yeah.
See, the devil tries to distract you. So if the devil distracts you, hold on, yo, call again and then follow up on the ETA. If the devil tries to distract you, then that's just what it is.
Yeah.
You gotta not give a fuck. You can't feel no type of way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life is life, and life ain't fucking. I hate when people say that shit. Life is not life. Fuck, don't say that shit. Life is life, man. No, I'm alive.
Right. Yeah.
I'm alive. Yeah, my heart is beating. Fuck y'all. I'm breathing. Yeah. I'm alive. I'm happy. I'm enjoying it. Like life is life. That's what life is supposed to mean.
Right. Right.
And whatever life or whatever things I go through with the life that I fucking have is only because of what I'm putting out to the fucking universe. Nothing more, nothing less. I am the sole controller of my destiny. Yeah. And that situation just taught me something different. Next time I learn, so you gotta learn, right? You gotta learn. Next time, I'm not even saying nothing. I'm just gonna ignore you. I'm not even right. So now I recalibrate. So now I learn from that. Okay, I'm not even gonna get out. I'm just that's it. I'm shutting it off. Feel me? Mm-hmm. So you alive. So be grateful. Have gratitude. There's women right now that don't have no legs, don't have no eyes, don't even have a fucking chin. You ever see the video of the chicks? They got half their face blown off. Right. They would love to have they would love to have your problems, and you would not, and you would hate to have theirs.
Right. Right.
So be grateful. That life is life in that way for you, because life can be life in a different way.
Yeah, and you know, even with life, and like I was telling my crew, I still got a provision. Even in the tough moments. And I didn't even let, like you say, the devil stop me from showing up for myself today, despite whatever may have happened before this camera turned on. It ain't no tough moment.
Fuck it. You see me? Back the fuck up. Yeah. I'm back on it. Ain't no, you ain't gonna interrupt me. You ain't gonna interrupt me. You ain't gonna interrupt me. Fuck that. It's like grandma. She gonna beat your ass, take a smoke break, finish cooking the chicken, and come back and finish beating your ass.
That part. Well, I know I done had you for quite some time. I want to share with our listeners and our viewers, shout out to us in TV land, how to find you, to stay up on everything that you have going on. He has.
Well, go to your channel and watch this motherfucking episode. That's how you find me, all right?
That part.
Go to Outside the Box. If you want to find me, go to Outside the Box, man.
That part. So, do you mind if I go ahead and share your socials?
Do whatever you want to do. It's your world, baby. I just live in it.
Okay. I love it. Well, you guys can find the Smart Guy. He's on IG at the Smart Guy _ You can find his management if you're trying to book him. It's at the Smart Guy fan page. Make sure you guys go and check out that website, thenolabelstore.com. You could also find him at the Smart Guy, all things social media. He has a TikTok as well as a YouTube channel, so you can go and hit that subscribe button, click that bell notification so you can be notified when he drops another segment. I want to remind all our viewers and our watchers that we are on multiple platforms. You can find us everywhere: Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, Third Coast TV, Hip Hop Streets live stream music app. We are everywhere that is streaming. And if you like what you see or you like what you hear, you want to go ahead on and join the channel, come on over to Outside the Box with Onney's channel. Hit that subscribe button and click that bell notification so that you can be notified when a new segment comes out. I also want to let you know that we are also casting. So if you want to be on the couch with me, and now we are doing remote. As you can see, we got our guy Smart all the way in New York. Make sure you send your EPK and your press kit to otb.liveshow@gmail.com. One of our casting directors will definitely get back to you on that. And if you want to become a content creator yourself, you have a vision, you have a voice that need to be heard, make sure you go to www.onnaystudios.com and let us help bring your vision to fruition today. I want to go back to our guest, Smart. Smart, is there anything that you would like to leave, any nuggets you would like to leave, any gems you want to drop before we head out?
How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you.
And there you have it. I want to thank you, Smart, for taking the time to come on the show. I'm your girl, Onney the CEO. You are now plugged in, tuned in, and tapped in to Outside the Box.